Schedule 1 has found groundbreaking success. And as a developer, you may be wondering why, right? Roguelites are a good choice to begin with, no? What's easy to develop as a small team or solo dev, you may be wondering. Today, I'm going to share what Schedule 1 shows players are interested in, and where you may be able to focus for success. Avoid. You could decide you want to make an open world action MMO RPG-like game.
Hey, you're finally awake.
And that's fine, but if you're new to development, or want to create games with success, you probably should avoid this strongly. No, actually, heavily. What genre to create in? Typically, the recommended genre to design a game in was roguelites, or roguelikes originally for indie developers. These games were simple, enjoyable, and also had an easy gameplay to create, which would engage players for a long period. For example, Binding of Isaac. As you can see, you have plenty of different gameplay mechanics working in tandem. You have a bunch of loot, procedural generation, and randomness. Randomness and procedural generation were the key to an indie developer's success. But let me tell you, it has changed. Now, of course, since the increase in accessibility to game development software, there also has been an increase in developers and in turn, games output to Steam. From complete AI garbage, as of recent, to unsuccessful but well-designed games. There are so many games that release on Steam daily. You get an average of 40 games a day, and unfortunately, over 70% of these games never reach past 10 reviews. But let me tell you though, Steam does have a current quote-unquote meta, and that you are able to mostly easily design around this. The simulator genre. The simulator genre is seen from all kinds of games on Steam. Example successes include, but are not limited to, a game about digging a hole, Stardew Valley, gas station simulator, supermarket simulator, tabletop simulator, farming simulator, flight simulator, fast food simulator, Euro truck simulator, and especially, as of current, Schedule 1. Schedule 1 is currently the 4th most played game on Steam, and it's definitely not due to the illegalities of the game, and has an overwhelmingly positive review rating. Players yearn for the jobs, without them actually being tied to jobs. The addictive loop of a simulator game, plus there being a choice in the team, so the player can choose the type that they enjoy, leads to their success. If the player wants to work a fast food restaurant, there's a game for that. If the player wants to work in retail, there's a game for that. If the player wants to work stock, they're more than welcome to. Simulator or simulation? No, this is not the Matrix. This is game development. Stay on track here, guys. As a developer, you can always design the game of your dreams. But at the same time, financials may prohibit it based on your situation. Of course, if you're a hobbyist, you're more than welcome to design a game based on what you want, without any financial tie-in. But in saying that, a lot of people want development as a full-time job, as their work but not work. The dream is, of course, including for me, that you can develop games for the rest of your time and earn a bit of profit that allows you to keep developing games and enjoying life. If you are looking to make a game and you can find it can be designed in a way to fall under simulators, I would highly recommend it currently. As long as you enjoy designing this style of game, of course. But if you take the loop of a game such as Schedule 1, which is grow drugs, sell drugs, expand, repeat, while also understanding the inclusion of moment-to-moment gameplay such as driving, creating different types of drugs, and combat, enhance the loop, which is important as it is the key to creating a memorable simulator. It begins with the overarching task, which then you make sure to include all of these small intermediary tasks in to fill the space between. It so happens that Schedule 1 created the perfect storm for these. From GTA 6 on the horizon, the drug dealing fantasy that even the nicest of Joes enjoy, it's no wonder why it has found the success it has. By the way, I do have a Discord down below that you are more than free to join, and I will be hosting a simulator game jam in the coming weeks if you are interested in participating. It's not the only one. You do not need to follow Schedule 1's success, but remember, you can design your own game in this genre. Maybe you have a unique concept about sword fighting and growing the ranks, or even a simulator about creating white picket fences. I don't know what works personally, but I do know there is an audience for all kinds of simulators. It is your choice on what style you want to design, and up to you to follow the goals. Choose a team and stick with it. Choose your team, market the concept, and stick to that team. Showcase the idea, show funny clips online even,
I am Oda Nobunaga. I am Daimyo. You shall be my samurai.
and out of context bugs. Eventually, one will go somewhere, and players who enjoy this theme of the simulator genre will follow you for updates. Remember, to ensure that you update your audience, you want them to know about your game. Timelines. Games within this genre are able to be designed with pre-bought assets and do not receive as much harsh criticism. Experiment and present the ideas. And if you notice people are interested, then you can go all in. Prototype your concepts. Have people to test it. And most importantly, stick to your timeline. No scope creep is allowed in this game. As an indie developer, your most valuable resources are your time and your productivity. You cannot achieve it all, but if your game loop is solid, enjoyable, and has flavor sprinkled in, you may be able to concoct the perfect formula. With a simulator, you can aim to create manageable timelines and expand the game where possible. Now, of course, this insight is of my own analysis of the Steam market, but if you have a different take, I would love to hear it down below. Also, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more game development content. I will see you in the next one.